What's up, guys? Moses here, and I hope everyone is doing very well. So today ESP has announced their new line of ESP guitars for 2022 Phase 1. There's a lot of interesting stuff just by skimming through this. I won't spend too much time on what we have here exactly or go super in depth into every single one of them because this video can be kind of long. But as you can see, there has been quite a price hike, not only for just LTD guitars, but just guitars in general and pretty much everything. And I'm going to be talking about that at the end of this video because it's something that has to be discussed. But let's start off with this ESP Snake by Camo guitar. So what we have here is the James Hetfield signature. I mean, nothing too special what he has from compared to what he's done in the past. Just we have a really cool snake camo finish. Take some of that type of snake look, but without having the scales, just applying it into a camo finish. I like how the back also matches the front. Curtain has to match the drapes. I like the case too. Inside the padding is this nice tan. Fits really well with the camouflage that is seen from the guitar's finish. The case is really cool. Matches the finish of the guitar. Very cool. I like this. I'm a big fan of camo, and this snake camo fits pretty well. Also, check this out. So his guitars, a portion is donated to Metallica's All Within My Hands Foundation, which is a charity that they created. Very cool, to solve hunger. But going with the specs, it's nothing too special from what he's done in the past. 22 extra jumbo frets, his signature headset, standard specs like a 24 1/4 inch scaling, set neck. Other than that, the price tag is $7,300. Yeah, it might sound throughout this video that I'm complaining about the price, but no, it's just this has to be brought up because this hike is insane. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's take a look at the LTD. So of course the LTD counterparts of their bigger brothers are going to be more affordable, quote unquote affordable this time around. So they have to strip down some of the quality and the specs, but not too much. It's still a great guitar, but you can straight up tell just by the finish it's less vibrant, vivid, and super in your face. But nonetheless, this is great still. Like, even though the finish doesn't apply to the back, the front still looks really cool. You get the same case, and yeah. Again, nothing too special with this one when it comes to specs. This one's also a portion is donated to their foundation. Nothing too special again with specs compared to previous LTD versions, other than the almost $2,000 price tag on this one. That's insane. I remember that these were what, $1,300 at the most for the James Hetfield snake bites, or maybe $1,200. But yeah, a lot of this stuff has gone up like $500-$600. So paying almost $2,000 for an LTD is quite a bit. Actually, more than quite a bit. I believe maybe these are the South Korean ones, because I know for the higher end ones some are made in Korea still, and most of them are Indonesian now. I'm pretty sure. Like, check this out. The EC1000s, I think these are now made in Indonesia or have been for a while. It won't specify, but let's take a look at the vintage gold satin finish. Okay, really cool guitar, nice finish. I like it, keeping it classy with the gold hardware. Can't say much about the price tag. Other than that, like, the specs seem to be about the same from what you would see in the past. 24 1/4 set through. The main difference I see, well, three of these time around, is the 22 extra jumbo stainless steel frets. They did that last year. Fishman Fluence open core. I mean, lately there's been a big trend for Fishman Fluence pickups. They're not bad. They're pretty good. Pretty much the new EMGs now. Not in terms of quality. It's just how everybody is now adding them to their guitars. Different manufacturers, like everybody used to add EMGs back in the day. So now it's the Fishman Fluence era of that. Again, nothing too crazy. Alright, so I remember back in the day these were like $8.99 brand new, so these guitars went up by $500-$600. Insane. I'm not. It sounds like I'm bitching a lot, but keep in mind, this is something that has to be discussed. You get conversations like this all over threads and whatnot, and I'm not knocking the quality of these guitars at all, but it's just, it's insane seeing like over 1,000 for an LTD Deluxe. Again, you have the same guitar but just different finishes. I also noticed, let me take a quick look at this one. Blue's my favorite color, or violet shadow in this case. Looks really nice. Okay, alright, never mind. Pretty much straight, just the same thing, just different finishes. The charcoal burst one, very cool as well. I'm not gonna go over exactly all of them, but let's keep going. Let's take a look at this arrow. So the arrow is one of my favorite shapes, and seeing it like in this finish, like a trans black charcoal, is really cool. And plus, again, Fishman Fluence pickups. Nothing too special from what's been happening in the past with these. I just like the updated finishes. I know last year they did the candy apple red, which was cool. Oh, and also they slimmed down the neck on these. So now it's extra thin U. I don't know if the past they did extra thin U. Oh, and also they started satining the necks. So they're not gloss this time around, which is cool. I always preferred a satin finish over a gloss neck. Alright, the deluxes they've done before in the past. They brought them back, I think, last year. So it's like their 80s guitars just brought back to life. They're very nice. Let's keep going. An Evertune on an Arrow. I never used an Evertune guitar or owned one, but I know their purpose and they're pretty damn good. Other than that, it's pretty much the same specs as before, other than the slimmed down neck, extra jumbo stainless steel frets, and Fishman Fluence humbuckers, satin neck, of course. I think this year around they slimmed down their necks a lot on their guitars a lot, and made them satin. Damn, $1,400 for an LTD is insane. And again, nice guitar and everything. It looks great, plays great, but yeah, see, extra thin U neck, stainless steel frets, Fishman Fluence humbuckers. This one has a gloss neck. Earlier I saw this, there it is, this one. This one caught my attention a lot. This one's actually pretty cool. So it's a 7-string of baritone snapper. I have a few ESP snappers, so they're probably my favorite my favorite ESP guitar. But yeah, it's still considering the price point of $1,400. That's insane. But look, this looks like Purple Heart stripes. Okay, so let's take a deeper look on this. Bolt on, of course, 27-inch scale length because it's a baritone. Swamp ash. See, Purple Heart, I was right. Roasted maple neck. It's 22 extra. Okay, look, it has 24, but this has to be a typo. Yeah, it has to be a typo. Fishman Fluence pickups, very awesome. Scalloped fretboard, 17 to the 24th. If you guys ever played with the scalloped fretboard, honestly, you're not going to tell too much of a difference up in the higher register. But I have a guitar that has the whole entire fretboard half scalloped with extra jumbo frets. So if you have a light touch to begin with, you might not notice much of a difference through the 17 and 24. Excuse me, but I feel like you could really tell the scalloped feel of the whole entire fretboard, especially around this area, like before the 12th fret. But yeah, still very cool nonetheless. They also have an EX7 baritone, so they're doing more black metal stuff. Very cool. Straight up guitar, just plug in and play one humbucker. Alright, let's keep going. More snappers, very cool. I like this finish a lot. And this one is called Fire Blast. You can straight up tell from the 17 and the 22 that's scalloped. Fishman Fluence pickups. Again, they're still using those. Alright, let's keep going. There's another one. Let's see what else is there. More EC1. Oh, check this out. An EC1000 with an Evertune bridge in black with gold hardware, $1,500. Not too different to what was presented to us in the past after this. I never could have gone into the Phoenix shapes. They're still cool nonetheless, but damn, the price though. Fishman Influence pickups again. Evertune. There's more. That's good. There's more variety now for sure. You have more Evertune bridges. You have a lot of more single humbucker guitars. More Fishman Influence pickups. Maybe a little too much. It's not a bad thing, but let's check out this one. Okay, we see EMGs, probably the 5766. Oh no, 8160. Okay. All right, cool. All right, and then there's their tallies. Check that out. Their 200 line series of guitars are $500. I think there's one that's a bit more. Here it is, the $700 one. If you don't know the 200 series from LTD, they're kind of like their entry to low mid tier guitars. If you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, in this case you kind of do now, compared to what these used to be before. But considering this is like an Arrow and this type of finish, I mean, even then it may it's a little too much. And I'm pretty sure this is a Floyd Rose special. Alright, cool. And then the Horizons. This one caught my attention a lot. Something about white, a snow white body and a gold hardware just makes the guitar look very classy. This one has EMG pickups, thin U-neck, extra jumbo stainless steel frets. Very nice. Alright, so now we get to the very expensive side of LTD. Alright, they've released this before, I think last year, the semi-duet signature. I won't go too much into this one, but all I know is the LTD and ESP E2, ESP in general needs to make more star-shaped guitars. This is the pointier side of the star shapes, but nonetheless, they should definitely bring back more stars. But now we're getting to the Javier Reyes, the guitarist from Animals as Leaders, and we're looking at this one for $2,099. This is before tax, so it'll be way over 2,000. Again, I'm not bashing the quality of these guitars, but like, I thought I'd never live to see the day where I see an LTD for over $2,000. I think before this price hike, these were maybe 14, 15, which is still a lot, but this is more than what an E2 used to cost back maybe even a year or two ago. Brand new. Other than that, I mean, this is a beautiful model. I mean, they're taking the Mystique and turning it into a 7. Fishman Influence pickups. Again, nothing too different from the ones they've had in the past. But other than that, yeah. Still a solid guitar, and like, if you have the money for any of these LTDs that have came up, especially the ones that during this year where they gone up, like, holy crap, like $7,300. Maybe these were like 5 to 6 grand before, not to remember too well, but that's insane. They've got them quite a bit. So now we can talk about the price hike. So, I follow a couple pages on Facebook, and like, they bring this up a lot because it's valid. I mean, LTD or ESP is not the only company that has done this. Just how things are in the world right now, especially here, like in the U.S., stuff like this, I don't know if it's gonna get any better. I'm gonna say it's gonna get more expensive. Maybe not now, but just the way things are. I'm not gonna get into that side, but yeah. All I know is every guitar company has recently spiked up their prices. Like Jackson, I like Jackson a lot, but there's no way I'm gonna pay over $1,000 for a Chinese-made Jackson. That's their Pro Series. That's insane. So I know the Korean ones are still the ones to get from LTD. Indonesians have come a long way too, but I don't know. I just can't see myself spending more than maybe like $700 or $800 for an LTD. Again, if you have the money, if there's one that speaks out to you, by all means get it. But I would honestly say consider the used market first, because you might find something better, just as good, just way less. Or hell, like maybe you have a guitar in your collection that you like that might have gone up quite a bit in price. So, Also consider that. Also, let's take a quick look at this, because now we talked about the LTDs that have gone up in price. The E2s is something to talk about. Just give me one last second. Right here, let's take a look at the arrows. So see, $2,400 for an arrow brand new. I remember when I used to have mine, it was like 1,800, brand 1899. But yeah, these have gone up quite a bit. There was one I saw for 3,000. Where is it? Here it is. $3,000 for an E2. Insane. Insane. Again, I'm not bashing the quality of any of these guitars, um, because they play great and sound great. But damn, like the prices of these, like, I mean, if you have money, again, by all means, like if you like one, get it. But I think the used market also has gone up quite a bit, but consider that an option more than before. Other than that, that was the phase one for LTD, for ESP guitars. I'll be covering the other phases. I know the phase one is usually the LTD guitars. Phase two might be the original or USA models, and then maybe three would be the E2 ones. So still excited to see the others. Maybe not as excited to see the price tag on those, but nonetheless, that's something we all got to talk about. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and please subscribe. I will be definitely covering a whole lot more about this kind of stuff. So take care and have a nice day.